Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of your Daily Dose. Yes, that is correct. We are on the Slayer King's account, 2 trillion battle power. Absolutely a phenomenal opportunity to go ahead and graciously test out some of the newest heroes that have become a part of, I feel like, everyday rotation. So I thank you so much, Kingslayer, for the opportunity to showcase your. I can't even really fathom. I would say spectacular, magnificent account. Not gonna lie, it's pretty damn impressive, and I'm certainly looking forward to potentially playing around in the future and testing out the newest heroes and the combination of the newest heroes as they arrive. Now, of course, we do have No Bung Nunga, or we're just going to call him Oda, before we butcher his name any further. But old mate Oda over here, we do have him, in fact, at 7 star. Very impressive. Running, of course, the Serpent's Halberd on him. I don't feel like there's too much of a selection when it comes to late game. You can pretty much run whatever works for you and your faction. But as you can see, they've even got tier 3 weapons on this guy, which is fantastic. More importantly, I wanted to see just what old mate Yoshihiro can actually do. Yoshi for short. Mainly because I just feel like if you are going to invest in the future for, of course, the Mythic Generation heroes, wouldn't it be cool to see exactly what they do? Now, for those just in case you are wondering, when you look at it from a oh, wow, he's even got a 7 star war god. When you look at it from a perspective of, I want to say, affinity wise, what really shines with these types of heroes, and particularly for the growth and the coefficients, is eventually, eventually you can see that they are. I want to say they need to be invested in quite a bit, right? So you can't necessarily grab these heroes and just make them 1 star. A lot of them you do actually need to plan out whether or not you are going to build one of them, and which one to build is always going to be the hardest. I guess it's the choice, right? And there's not a lot of content out there. There's not a lot of really informative videos. So if you do appreciate this kind of video, and of course appreciate the community and the people give us access to showcase them, make sure you do hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. But what I was curious about to see is just what Yoshi can do, because I'm kind of familiar with a little bit of what old mate Oda can do, and he's very, very impressive, particularly in Demon's Raid. He actually does quite a significant amount of damage, as I saw on Madara's screenshot. So if you haven't already jumped into our Discord, make sure you do so. It's in the link in the description box below. But we're sharing exactly what Madara can do at 4 star, which is pretty significant. But in terms of info, in terms of growth, I mean, this is pretty stock standard. They do have some pretty cool passive abilities, and I will say this, that I feel like this is where it's really going to shine, more on the passives than the overall damage. If I was going to say anything from the takeaway, this guy is just raw DPS, and this guy is an assassin class. So think Zhang Fei and think Lu Ming. And Lu Ming, of course, is one of the greatest heroes moving forward, Generation 5 hero. So I'm very curious to see the combination. Now, this I think I want to say this account right now is running a hybrid nation, and obviously you can get away with it because you have pretty much everything at 7 star. So of course you can play around with that. Date again is making a guest appearance for that control ability, but Date and of course Sharp work very well together because his paralysis is based on debilitation on the enemy team. So kind of important to run Date with him. Honestly, Wei Yan would have been an interesting mix as well. I'm not going to lie. Fundamentally, I don't know what nation you are running. Let's see what the game says. What does the game say? Let me have a look. Let me have a look here. Formation. Woo? Wei? No. You're running a time hero combination. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, I didn't even know that was humanly possible, but there you go. You're actually running a time hero combination. So the rest of them don't even really matter at that stage because your MC becomes a time hero. Interesting. I have never seen that before. I've not really seen that. Okay. I learn something new every single day. And of course, from the support machinations, I'm assuming that you're running those with the correct affinity. Let's see, is there anything that comes out? No, 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 no. All the affinities seem to be correct. What I will say though, the probably the better ones to run here is it going to be that or maybe not because you can technically awaken them, can't you? Hmm. I mean, you could kind of just run all mythics here and see whether or not that would boost your power because you do have, of course, a couple of mythics as well. That could be interesting. I don't know. I've never really tested that out. I wonder if that would actually make any difference in your support. Because as you know, your reserves are based off your current scaling level, so you can actually get some power out of that one. But that's very interesting. But yes, I'm very, very excited to test this account out. So without any further delay, let's just jump into. I want to say we can probably just we always just go to Warlords Clash, just to see just to see what's going on. So wow, he absolutely dominated there. Interesting. Okay, interesting. He didn't quite get Liquid, but I think you'll probably get him next time in server ranking. EOC Hollow is up there, of course. Wow, look at that power ranking. Liquid is up there, and of course there are a couple of other ones that we can actually fight against. Ash Cave as well. So I'm excited that we will be able to verse some really, really strong heroes. But today's intention was basically just to get people salivating at the idea of running a couple of scenarios on this account, if possible. So the nearest one is half a trillion, which is 500 billion, which is cool. So he's definitely dominating the server in that capacity. Let's jump into Warrior Trials, into the Glory Hall, and check this out. Now, for PvE, I just want to sort of see how we're going. So formation-wise, they have the main MC, which is Zhang Fei at the moment, which will probably change that out to potentially Wei Yan or Xiao Pi later on. You have Ironheart in the middle, then we have Xiao Pi, Date, Yoshihiro, and of course, Omate Oda. So let's see just how easily you wipe these people out. Also, we do have a 5-star fire deity, which is the Fire Bull, which is going to be awesome to see him proc in a second. Once we go through the whales and Guangxi, and then it should drop now. Yep, fire deity destruction, and he just kills everyone. Oh, this is easy mode, ladies and gentlemen. This is easy mode, so I don't think we're going to really need to talk about that one too much. Let's jump into the ranking reward. Let's have a look to see who we can actually fight against. Jigglypuff is nearly 3 trillion. That's interesting. We're going to fight you in a second. You've got a couple over 1 trillion. Is there anyone close? Liquid was there, so we'll fight Liquid in a second. Who else? Who else is close to 2 trillion? 100 billion, that's 1 trillion. Let's just keep scrolling. I mean, interesting. Interesting. Oh, yeah, there we go. Ash Cave is the closest one. So we're going to go and fight this individual first. They are running a Shu Nation format. Of course, they do have old mate Xiaoji in there too. I don't know why a lot of nations they like to mix and match a little bit. It makes sense for the Void ability. Don't get me wrong, she's very, very strong. But in saying that, I mean, you probably would just want to run a time hero if you had the capacity to do so, just because the time hero is going to benefit everyone on the team. Not that I'm an expert or anything like that, but let's just go ahead and fight this person. Now, in terms of probably the charms, I want to say you went with all the generations. Yes, you did. Let's see. Let's see just who is going to win this fight. I'm quietly confident that as long as Zhang Fei doesn't kill us, we are going to win. As long as he doesn't kill us round 1, we're going to win. And Fire Deity hits us. Oh, wow. Holy moly. Their Fire Deity just evaporated 2 of our heroes. Can we do the same to you? Not quite, not quite. Pixie is going to proc and give us a shield, but we did stun, of course, Zhang Fei. Interestingly enough, still running Cyan Rook for that invulnerability, which makes sense. But can we kill? Can we kill? So he's stunned, and then you're invincible, which is great. Dang. I mean, he still chops. This guy's a tank. The Sun Jiang is kind of a tank. Xiao Pi, can we do any paralysis? They evaded a lot, which sucks. And Musune might freeze some people. Very nice. Very nice. Oh no, he's going to kill us. Oh yes, he is. Yeah, he's going to kill us. Oh wow, he died. Nice. Oh, this is intense. So this is a 2 trillion versus a 2 trillion. Come on, Nobudongo. Keep healing yourself up. Keep healing yourself up. And they're frozen. And I feel like that's probably... I mean, that's kind of the power of Date at the moment, endgame. I mean, I do say I don't particularly like him, but at the same time, he's sort of the reason why we're not dead yet. he's kind of the reason why we're not dead right now. Paralysis wise, I wonder if Xiao Pi is going to lock anyone else down. Oh no, he got exiled. That's not good. That is not good. That is probably the reason why you run Xiaoji on this account. Date, of course, can still keep freezing. Valiant Zhang Fei is still frozen, which is good. And Nobudon. Oh wow, he capped them. He died though. He died from the reflection. We should of course resurrect ourselves. Maybe at slot 1. Nope, we actually got Nobubunga back, full HP, which is the power of a 7-star Kyrian, and of course he has the shield to go with it. Let's see if we can actually kill anyone else. Wow. I thought we were gonna win this, and then I thought we were gonna lose it. Now I feel like we might actually win this one. Date really coming in clutch here with the double ultimate ability / rage. Roaring Thunder wiped out the back row, but I think it's too late. Too little too late. Too little too late. This is a good fight, and this guy was slightly stronger than us. He did go before us by about 50 billion, I think, but paralysis is really powerful. He's pretty much locked down at this stage. I don't feel like he's going to be able to get out of it. I think it's pretty much game over. Good fight, though. Good fight. My goodness, was that intense. I after the first fight, Daichi ran out there, I thought, oh, geez, we're all going to die. As you can see, Sun Jiang at 7-star is an absolute monster when it comes to damage. And, of course, everybody else. Honorable mention, though. Definitely disappointing that Yoshihiro died straight away, but Nobubunga did some decent damage mitigation. 271 billion worth of damage. He took more damage than any other of the party members, and he still did a decent amount of damage himself. In terms of the charms, let's have a quick look. Fire Deity, holy moly, 206 billion damage from the enemy team's Fire Deity, and of course 103 billion from us. Very, very impressive. If anyone is thinking about building the bull, there you go. It literally took out one of our heroes round 1. And I don't know about you, but sometimes that is what's significant enough to pretty much end us all. Let's see if we can actually fight EOC Hollow. I'd like to see whether or not we are even remotely on the same level as this guy. He is about 500 billion power above us, so it's going to be awkward. Budding UG, interesting. So you're running a hybrid nation. War God and of course Xiaoji in the back. So you are kind of running a hybrid. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. For those that don't know, holy crap. Wow. Okay, vastly underestimated our ability to stay alive. I like the fire shield though. I don't know. Maybe they're going to suicide against our ability. So if anyone is curious, late game players definitely are using Cyan Rook to stay alive for that 2-round invincibility. I believe that is pretty key to lasting the distance. Oh man, this is not going to be good for us. This is not going to be good for us. Can we kill at least one of them? We did. We reflected and we killed one. We might get two. If we get lucky, we might actually get two. I wonder if Sun Jian is going to be strong enough to outlast their damage, though. Ultimately, though, it is interesting because they're going to waste their ultimates and they're not going to be able to kill him. So, interesting. Not a great tactic, but it's definitely worth noting that after a while it becomes very frustrating. Of course, he stunned the crap out, so there's really nothing that we can do. I don't think. I don't think we're gonna. Yeah, we're probably gonna last one more round. Reflection damage is huge, and then we died. But I'd say he did quite a bit of damage. Yeah, he really did. So Sun Jiang is insanely powerful with his erection, his reflection. I was going to say his erection ability, his reflection ability. Fire Deity, of course, can give him reflection as well as his own passive ability, and on top of that, Pixiu has a chance to reflect damage. It was enough to kill two of them, which is pretty impressive when you think about it. Not quite enough to stand toe to toe with Hollow just yet, but I say that's probably going to be something in the future. But let's go and have a look and see if we can fight a couple of other players. In game, I'd say that we're going to see a lot more people fighting around with. Well, Shu Nation is pretty popular on this server bracket, so let's go ahead and fight old mate over here. If Zhang Fei doesn't kill us, it'll be a miracle, but we'll see. We'll see. We were a little bit stronger than him, so he might not get a chance. Honestly, though, I feel like if anyone's really watching this and paying attention, our MC really has done nothing except die, which is kind of sad. He's certainly the squishiest one out of all of them. And it's, oh, Fire Deity kills anyone? Yeah, look at that. Dang. And those fire shields are huge as well. And he's got Fire Deity too. That's cool. And then, of course, Pixiu procs with Reflect. And he actually killed our MC. Did I not just say that was going to happen? I swear I said that was going to happen. Oh, Yoshihiro finally getting to see someone put in a little bit of work with his ultimate there. Very interested to see just how much damage he does. Targets the lowest HP heroes, by the way. And he dies with Reflection, which makes sense. We all knew that was going to happen. Paralysis, pretty much guaranteed to lock this guy down. And I'd say he's going to die at the end of the round from Pyro. The mythic tactic is going to proc in a second and kill him. Nope, didn't even get to that stage. Didn't even get to that stage. Wow. Let's just have a quick look to see if there's anyone else that we can fight against. Is there anyone else around to the same power level? Jigglypuff. Let's go fight Jigglypuff. I'd say this is probably not going to be a good fight either. But in saying that, what nation are you? You are a mixed nation. Interesting. Interesting. I kind of feel like you're one of the only ones that actually has a lot of Generation 4s at 7-star. What the fuck? Did that just evaporate everyone? Wow. Absolutely evaporated everyone. The intensity of this though, it's like the game is already over. If you're even remotely weaker than the enemy team, like say by I want to say like 20 billion for us mere mortals in the world, if you're around 20 billion below the other enemy team and they have the bloody Fire Deity, I'd say you're probably pretty much going to die first round. It's pretty crazy to think that that is the strength of the newest mythic beast. I think we can skip ahead of that one. I didn't think we were going to win very much so, but look at that. Whew. All right. So let's just go and have a little bit of look at the account itself. Very, very cool to see exactly what direction we can take. We do have a 5-star Fire Deity, which is amazing. In terms of their info, what do they do? At the start of the battle, inflict unremovable burn. I want to see this. Rage reduction, 70% reduced hatred of... Oh, wow. 70% chance to reduce the hatred of one random enemy by 50. I missed that in my initial review. That's actually massive. Yes, they will get the hatred back if they live long enough. It's not going to prevent them ultimately from doing it. But at the same time, it's actually going to delay them being able to fight. Fighter, you have basically ranked yourself up in my opinion or impression of you. And of course, you do a damage increase and reflection bonus at 155% for the shield. Let's go have a look to see if there's anyone here that we can fight. Challenge, Kingslayer. I mean, I feel like he's the guy on our team. We can come back in a second. I don't want to kill the guy on our team and cause dramas. Is that him? Yeah, okay. Gregory, good job, mate. We're not going to fight you. Lucky I remembered. Otherwise, he would have to come back on his account and explain why we just slaughtered our own team member. We wouldn't do that. Let's check out the siege situation. We actually did get defeated, which is quite interesting. I'd say it would have to be from... If I have a look, it's going to have to be from this guy here. Interesting. Well, we know we can beat him, but I'd say it's definitely going to be like a 50-50 situation. He did eventually chip away at us. He is losing troops. This might have been when you were a little bit weaker, though. This could have potentially been when you were not online. So I'd say that the tables have turned. I would say the tables have turned against this guy, actually. Because as you saw, he was the one that we did fight and we did manage to beat him, even though we lost a couple of our heroes in round 1. So, interesting. Very interesting. Alright, enough chit-chat. Let's have a look to see just how strong Jiang Wei is. Running the halberd on him and, of course, running a lot of the tier 3 sets, as well as the eagle sets, is huge. Geez, he's just an absolute monster. What are you running on here? Deceit. Damage each time cannot exceed 35% of max HP. Triggers up to once per round. Inferno, chance to get all of target's remaining rage when a skill kills the enemy. Interesting, very interesting. I don't know if this is obsolete though in terms of Serpent Halberd. Does that stack with the Serpent Halberd? Because if I'm not mistaken, this one basically does the same thing. Can I actually look at the info of you? I feel like maybe this is only round 1 though. I feel like this is probably just round 1 and the other one procs round 2. That probably makes a little bit more sense to me. Total damage taken each round cannot exceed 40% of max HP. I wonder if that's stackable. Do you think that's stackable? I don't feel like I saw that as being a stackable feat. Because that would basically mean it's like 75% damage reduction. That would be insane if that's exactly how it worked out. But interesting. Now, when we do look at some of the other cool things and the other cool features of the account, it will probably be along the lines of the index. I believe you pretty much have everyone except for the Generation 5s. But in terms of like the heroes that have, I guess, accessibility to test out, it is going to be Date is just cool. You've got we pretty much got all of the Generation 2s. You got some Generation 1s, some Generation 3s. That's insane. I'm going to be very excited to test these ones out as new heroes arrive, just to see whether or not. Well, we can pretty much test any combination. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but we can test any combination as long as King allows us to do so on the channel. But that is definitely exciting. What I think we do need to do though is really quickly, we need to go and find somebody so that we can see what Yoshi actually does in a fight. Now he's kind of squishy at the moment, and I did want to showcase him a little bit in the video, which would make sense. So let's go ahead and see if there's anyone that we can stay alive long enough to actually see him do some damage. I'm going to throw him in slot 1. Or actually not slot 1. I'm going to slot him in slot 3 so we can see him actually do some work. Let's fight against Liquid again. And before we do that, go to the formations. We're going to stick you in slot 3. We're going to put you in slot that one. Actually, we're going to slot you in slot 1. I'm going to run Shao P for the paralysis in slot 1 because that's generally how I think is a good run. But let's go ahead and let's go and fight some players just to showcase this as well, because that was the intention of the video, was to see just how strong Yoshi was. If anything, I'd say it probably is a pretty lethal hero. But let's go ahead and fight against Liquid Metal. We can speed this up a little bit. Let's go ×3. Phoenix scored, of course, is going to prevent. Well, I don't know if he's going to prevent, but he's going to get resurrected if Zhang Fei manages to kill him. Fire Deity might kill everyone. Oh, that'll never get old. That will literally never get old. And he did get the Fire Deity shield, so Yoshihiro is still a higher attack percentage than Xiaopi, which is interesting. Dang, he did reflect, but he killed. That's kind of it's disappointing, but I understand what's going on. I guess the strategy is how to mitigate that, so that the reality is trying to mitigate the effect of Pixiu, Fire Deity, and pretty much any sort of reflection. That's kind of the counter of the game, is how to counter reflection, I think. One thing that is interesting is that Oda chews through the debuffs of the Thunder Pony. He actually uses the debuffs to his advantage, which is quite interesting. Essentially, he nullifies them. So that's something to point out. He is quite powerful in that term. I actually quite like Oda. I think we can go ahead and skip. Let's see if Yoshi did a lot of damage. Whoo, okay. Alright, so apparently slot 2 can do quite a bit of damage against some team members. Very interesting. Let's see if we can fight someone else. Let's go fight that other guy again. I think it was 46. 46. Was it 46? 46. No, it wasn't. Sorry, it was 44. Let's go fight this guy again. I want to see just how much damage Yoshi can do if he can survive against Zhang Fei round 1. He might die, which is going to suck, but let's just roll the dice a couple of times to see. Whoa. Just don't die. Just don't die. Please don't die. Please don't die. You didn't die. Very good. Very, very good. Heal up. Heal up. Oh, yes. We got the stuns on Zhang Fei. Yes, Zhang Fei. I was going to say Wei Yang. But no, it's not. We got Zhang Fei done. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Let's see Yoshihiro do some big damage. Big damage. Oh, didn't kill anyone. That's okay. That's alright. He doesn't have to kill in round 1. Oof. I don't know if you're watching this, but when you do watch this, take note the fact that Xiaopi in slot 1 is probably the best combination, in my opinion. I know there's probably circumstances around that, but I feel like him in slot 1 is actually the best combination. Oh, come on, Yoshi. I'll do some damage. Oda's probably going to kill Xiaoji. No, he's going to die. He got evaporated. Dang. Xiaopi is probably going to paralyze in a second. Give us some rage back. Immune. Let's go. No way you're chopping through that shield. Oh no, we didn't get one. We taunted. That's not good. Okay. I feel confident we're going to win this though. I'm pretty confident. Paralyzed. He's going to kill the Zhang Fei at the back. No, not Zhang Fei. War God. He's going to kill War God at the back. Yep. And he evaporated slot 2 as well. Interesting. Very strong. Unfortunately, Xiaoji is just an absolute tank at the moment. And he gets to attack twice because that's actually his secret ability. Very much the same as Date, who can stack a couple of times in a row. Oh no, Xiaopi's he's paralyzed. That's not good. We need to kill Zhang Fei. Dominate. Oh, look at that. Chopped him in half. Literally chopped him in half. And then can we finish off anyone? Maybe? Maybe Shaoxi? Oh, did you see that? Took out Lone Wolf, took out... Oh, wow, he's going to rotate. One more time, one more time. Ah, I thought maybe he would have rotated into our next attack. I'm liking Yoshi. I don't know about you, but I feel like in the right circumstance, he can actually shine. That's crazy. I'm going to leave this formation. I'm going to let you test this out because I think this is the best formation against certain heroes. I just don't think that they can beat this one. Let's have a look to see. Whew. Yoshi doing 306 billion damage. Pretty much the second high DPS on the team. Really nothing else to talk about. But on the enemy team, Wei Yan doing the most damage. Interesting. Very interesting. Look at that. Sun Jian just pretty much carrying the team. But close second, Yoshihiro is insanely strong. But there you go. I think that's pretty much it in terms of the showcase for now. We will, of course, be potentially jumping on this account every now and then to test out the newest heroes as they arrive. Big shout out, big thank you, of course, to Kingslayer once again. And if you enjoyed this type of video, if you'd like to see more, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, notification button. Jump into our Discord in the link in the description box below. And of course, if you see me on Facebook, be sure to say hello. Until next time, I'll catch you around.